The Roman historical philosopher Seneca recognized that if we want to live well, we must be constant students of the greatest of all things, life itself. In his moral essay on the brevity of life, Seneca offers us an urgent reminder about the revocability of our most important resource, our time. Keeping that in mind, here are the 3 most important pieces of advice on time management extracted from Seneca's writings. First advice: live for yourself. Seneca said, "Do not think that a man has lived long because he has grey hair and wrinkles. He has not lived long, just existed long." We all have certain things we desire in our lives, whether it's a dream job, a dream home, a dream relationship, or that long-awaited vacation. However, most of us don't even come close to achieving many of these things because we're stuck in a job we can't stand just to pay the bills, or in a relationship we pretend to love because we don't want to be alone. We let ourselves be carried away by everything that comes our way, and in today's world we are bombarded with information all the time, so we deceive ourselves by saying that we don't have enough time to experience new activities. Being busy with things we dislike is the greatest distraction from living a fulfilling life. We go through life day after day fulfilling our obligations, but we are absent from ourselves, confusing doing with being. The best way to invest your time is to invest in creating a life you love and actually living it. If you don't love or don't know what you desire, then ask yourself these questions. If you had more time, what could you do? Or if you could change something right now, either in your environment or in yourself, what would it be? You may end up realizing that you want to change jobs, take care of your physical fitness, or pursue a new hobby. You can start by waking up early and using that extra hour to do the things you love. Time is precious, and it's passing for all of us. The longer you wait to start making changes, the more time you'll spend working to fulfill someone else's dream. Second advice: Seneca's philosophy of life states, "He who dedicates his time to his own needs, who plans each day as if it were his last, neither longs for nor fears tomorrow." We are all guilty of spending too much time preparing for life. Seneca suggests that we live in the present, not postponing our happiness or thinking that it lies in the future. Our future is uncertain and beyond our control, and the future life we work for may never come. We are so busy and concerned about the future that we often let the present slip by, unnoticed and unappreciated. And then, when we are old and on our deathbed, we finally realize how short and valuable life is, regretting not having made the most of it when we could. Seneca compares time to a flowing river that will not continue to flow forever. If you were in the middle of a desert dying of thirst and came across a stream of water but weren't sure when it would stop flowing, wouldn't you drink as much as you could? Just like water, we must make the most of our time by making the most of our present. Your 30s, 40s, 50s, and so on all deserve to be planned, but don't let them steal the precious present from you. You can only live one moment at a time, and you can only live once, so choose to live in the present moment. Third and final advice: treat time as a commodity. Seneca says that people are zealous in protecting their material possessions, but when it comes to wasting time, they are extremely thoughtless. Seneca warns that we don't treat time as a valuable resource, despite it possibly being our most precious asset. Imagine walking down the street and seeing someone very wealthy throwing money into the air. Surely you would call that person crazy. However, we see others and ourselves wasting something much more valuable every day: our time. The amount of time we have is uncertain but certainly limited. It is clearly more absurd to waste time than money because, unlike money, we cannot obtain more when it runs out. To realize the value of a year, ask a student who failed a year. To realize the value of a month, ask a mother who gave birth to a premature baby. To realize the value of a week, ask the editor of a weekly newspaper. To realize the value of an hour, ask someone who just missed a train. To realize the value of a second, ask someone who narrowly escaped an accident. And to realize the value of a millisecond, ask the person who won the silver medal in the Olympic Games. While the amount of time we receive is uncertain, one thing is certain: that time is limited. Money and possessions may increase or decrease depending on luck or effort, but our time is fixed. Death lurks for those who waste time, those who assume that time is cheap, because when used correctly, time becomes an amplifier, but when spent without management, it becomes a persistent source of regret.